him from the yard.
This is Don the Diecast Pirate, and today I have for you a Redline restoration of a Sweet 16 custom Mustang. And let's get this thing off the truck, up on the turntable, and take a look at what we have. Alright, so this Hong Kong Mustang is missing the hood, it's missing all four tires. It looks like somebody put J-Car stickers on the side of it. I don't really have anything like that to put back on this car, and I'm not sure that I want to go back to gold. As a comparison, I do have the copper King Cuda, which is a very similar color. But I think I'm going to go with a different color on this, and it has that dark interior, but it does have the painted tail, so I think we'll try to recreate that if we can. I'd be really excited to do that on this car. I do have a replacement hood for it. Let's get this thing taken apart and see what we're working with. Okay. So here we have it. I got it all drilled and everything. Haven't even taken it apart yet. So here's the base. Okay, so this front axle here did come out a little bit, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and take this out all the way. I'll do that off camera. I've shown it on camera the last one or two times. So I'll take these out off camera, and then here we go. Let's see if I can get a hold of this. There we go. Here's the interior with that separate steering wheel. So that's going to clean up very nicely. It's just dusty. And then this glass. So just has that crack right there in the back of it. And most likely that happened when their car was assembled. So maybe we'll just give that a little bit of a trim. I don't know. I have to decide. I mean, it's very clean glass other than that crack. Okay, so as you can see, I got a few things. I don't know where I got this open hole hood from. Open hood scoop. This is what we're going to use on this car. And that's going to work very well. Now, I pulled another car out of the case that I've had for a long time. When I first got it, it was missing a hood, and I had drilled it and tapped it and just put the hood in that I had bought for it. And so it has an intact glass that's not cracked. I'm going to go ahead and put this one with the crack back in this other car. If I can do that without dropping it. Okay. And this one has a champagne interior. And I know at some point we will see this one come up for a restoration. But this one that we're working on is one that I was really excited about this car here. Just because my good friend sold it to me. And I just actually got this car in the mail today, and I'm like, yes, we're doing this car this week. So I know this. I haven't done a Mustang yet, and I have other Mustangs that are going to be coming up in the future, you know. But I'm just really excited about this. I know I wanted to go open hood scoop. Still haven't decided what color interior yet, but we'll get this glass cleaned up. We'll get the post drilled and tapped, and get everything stripped down. We'll come back for the next step. Okay, so I haven't actually gone anywhere yet. I just thought I'd come back and show you. So this is the front axle. This is the rear axle. And they do kind of have a bow down to them. So when this goes in, the wheel, it goes in this way, right? But on this front one, it's really kind of bent out of place. So I think if we just kind of give it a little bit, you know, it'll go back the way it's supposed to. So there we go. I'm getting ready to try a thing. Huh. Whole. I just did a trifecta in one day. One day, guys. 150 followers. No, 150 uploads on YouTube. 550 subs. And 450 followers on Instagram. Wow! Woo! It just happened. Okay, so that's exciting. I didn't think it was going to happen. So obviously this car does need some polishing. I mean, if it wasn't for the toning on the trunk and the scrape on the roof, I would probably, in the fact that I have an aftermarket hood now, I would probably just go with it the way it is. But we do want to shine it up some. But before we do that, I want to see if we can kind of get this hood to stay in. So, sorry. With these big stops in the way, I was like, well, maybe I would try to pinch it a little bit with my Leatherman and try not to break the crimp in the casting. Notice I'm pointing with a punch, center punch. Yeah, we're gonna do this. So I learned this by watching Diecast Resurrection. So if this works, thank you. If it doesn't work, well, I won't say anything. Alright, let's see if this can happen. I need to get another light up here that shines down. I noticed on my last couple of videos, the overhead shots, I'm getting shadows where I don't want them. And like I have a thing here, I can't really show you. I have a thing here that attaches to the mount for my other camera that faces the table. But it moves around, so I can't really use that for attaching a light to this overhead. So I may have to look into getting something. This battery's going to die. Let me change this battery. That's the nice thing about having multiple cameras and multiple batteries is I always have a fresh battery on the charger, so when one dies I can just swap it out. So, alright. I noticed something else the other day too. Not the other day, what was I looking at? I was moving footage from the memory cards to my PC, and I noticed that this A-pillar is bowed out. I don't want to just shove on that because I might shove it too hard and break it, so I'm going to go back to my tappy. Alright, so you can't really see it from the side, but I'm trying to set this so when I tap on this, it's going to go like almost straight down. And I'm not trying to hit it too hard. That was a little too hard, but it worked. Almost. It could use a little more. Like right. Huh? That's not enough. I'm just so afraid I'm going to break this. Alright. What do we have? I think... Just eyeballing it. No, maybe the roof is... I've seen that before on castings where the roof gets shoved to one side or the other, and that drives me nuts. I mean, it's one thing to straighten the A-pillar if it's bowed a little bit, but if you knock your roof cockeyed in the process, that kind of, to me, that defeats the purpose, because I'm trying to straighten this, not bend this. But just take it very carefully. All right, let's see if we can get this hood in. Oh, guys, Andrew, Maple Leaf Customs, man, he's having his 2nd year anniversary Porsche build. I think it's on February 15th. So get a Porsche, build it, let him know. There's a hashtag MLC Porsche 2, I believe. I'll look it up and put it in the description. Okay, I don't want the hood to lay down when I do this. I'll be right back. I have a thing. Courtesy of watching Matchbox Garage. He is one of the big inspirations in my efforts and endeavors to begin doing diecast and restorations and things. And he had one of these. I'm like, I need one of those. So he showed it in the video. But it's also fitting that I mention this in my first Mustang restoration video, because I have this, which is a Matchbox 65 Mustang restored by Matchbox Garage. And when I saw this video, his video of this car, I knew that if there was one car of his that I wanted to have, it was this one. And he listed some cars for sale on eBay, and this is one of them, so I bought it. Now, if you want to see the video of the restoration of this car, it's a child's reimagining, and I don't know if he's done another more than the second one. There was another one that he did after this one, but this was the first one. And it was kid painted. A kid had put a red stripe on it, and so he recreated the stripe on there. Pretty straight, but yeah. So I love this car. So I'll put that back up in the case. So anyway, back to what we were doing. Anyway, Flitz. Flitz, guys. This is really good stuff, and if you haven't tried it, you should. Okay, that's... There you have it. And I think this is a great tribute to the guys that showed me the way. Diecast Resurrection, Diecast Garage, Marty's Matchbox Makeovers, Matchbox Garage, Matchbox Resurrection, Keith at Outlaw Speed Shop, a couple other guys who don't really do the diecast stuff anymore. I watch them too. I haven't even really been into this for a complete year, and I've already seen people come and go, you know, And some are still around, they're just not doing the diecast stuff anymore. But I didn't make this investment into all these cars to just let it not happen, so yeah. Well, I don't probably end up having to cut most of this out, but at least it's cathartic talking about it. Maybe I'll post a separate video of just that talk. Alright. Get it cleaned up, ready for paint. So I thought about a few different colors and set them next to the interior, and I decided to go with aqua. It was the first bottle that I pulled out of my paint box, and I'm like, I really like this idea. Let me take a look at a few others. And I looked at lime apple, I looked at, what was it, antifreeze, I looked at olive and purple and blue and red and green and everything, and in the end I came back to aqua, so that's what we're going to put on this car. I think it's fitting in a way because this was the first Spectra Flame color that I put on a car, and I think it's going to be really awesome. So I'm going to get it mixed up, and then we'll come back and lay down some paint. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you my Hong Kong Hot Wheels Sweet 16 Custom Mustang. Open hood scoop, painted tail, in aqua. Let's get this thing up on the turntable and take a look at it. Alright, so this Hong Kong Mustang is missing the hood. It's missing all four tires. It looks like somebody put J-Car stickers on the side of it. I don't really have anything like that to put back on this car, and I'm not sure that I want to go back to gold. As a comparison, I do have the copper King Cuda, which is a very similar color. But I think I'm going to go with a different color on this, and it has that dark interior, but it does have the painted tail, so I think we'll try to recreate that if we can. I'd be really excited to do that on this car. I do have a replacement hood for it from Second Chance Redlines. Alright, so here it is in the beautiful aqua with that reproduction hood. The donor glass from the other car. That, I don't know what color you call that. It's like, it's not saddle. I'm not sure what color that interior is. If you guys know, put it in the comments, will you? Not sure what's going on there. When I was just putting this thing up on the turntable, it's like, I don't know what you're doing here, but I gotta go. Like, this car wants to run. I had to cut a little piece of a paper clip and put it under the wheel to keep it from rolling off the turntable. It kept going one way or the other. And this car rolls straight, too. Well, it's one of the straightest cars that I have. For as bent as the axles were. It's pretty amazing. So, thank you, Terry at Paints Wicked, for selling me this car, and he gives me a lot of good tips on painting and stuff, and you know, I tried to lighten up a little bit more on this. I have something coming up in a couple weeks about my compressor for my airbrush, but I'll let you know when that video comes out, what that's all about. So man, which one is this in the Sweet 16? I have, let's see, look up at the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 6. Number 6 in the Sweet 16. Next week will be number 6 in the spoiler series. So we're really coming to having the spoiler series done. I don't know that I'll go right back into another set of those. Probably bring in some of these other cars. Because I have a lot of different cars that I want to get into and do some different things. Got some beach bombs. I'd like to get one of those done. Picked up this Vicky the other day. I'd like to do that. Other stuff. Got some sky shows back there. I'd like to get at least one of those done. Well, one of them is not going to get restored, but one of the two that I have there, I have more custom chargers, and somewhere in one of my cases I packed them all up. I have some Continentals and things like that. Got those AMXs back there. I did a custom out of one. I like to do a restoration. all kinds of Redlines to do, guys. So you probably noticed that I haven't been doing the subscriber's choice, and honestly I think that's going to come to an end. I will give out those cars that I've built, probably not all at the same time. We'll probably spread it out some, and I think I will finish one more maybe. We'll see. But it's like there's not one person that sent me an email or a message or put a comment on the video about what's going on with subscriber's choice. Why haven't you been doing it? Not one person. And you know, if honestly, my Redline videos get more views than those, and the the invitational builds get more as well. And if that's what people really want to watch, you know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick to what I started this channel for, which is the Redlines, and we'll do the invitationals. You know, Diecast International Builders, and I know there's at least one 3 Blind Mice build coming up that I want to do, and probably do a couple more 4 Horsemen builds this year. I don't know how many. I know I don't have all the cars for it, and last year I bought all the cars and didn't do them all. So, I mean, probably pick a few that I really want to do, and we'll build with those guys too. Got Andrew. Maple Leaf Customs has his 2nd year anniversary coming up for the Porsche build, so I'll be doing a build for that. Got some other stuff coming up. So, you know, look out for that stuff. And I don't know, I'm still, you know, kind of figuring out where I want this channel to be and what it's about. And, you know, I started it for Redlines and got into the community and went a couple different directions, and I think it was too much. Trying to do too much of, you know, showing my cars and building cars, and, you know, it was too stressful trying to do both. Some of these guys can do that. They can do the look what I got videos, and they can do the I build a car videos, and, you know, it's a little more difficult. I'm more rested now, and I just had a week's vacation, and want to get some stuff caught up and get some things knocked out. So, oh, and I got to get the car done for Jay's pink slip drags. So I'll be starting that next. Get that started and knocked out this weekend, I hope, or by the end of next week at any rate. I'm going to do some custom work on that and do some things I haven't done before. So, yeah. Oh, and talk about the car. You know, I painted the tail with the Tamiya flat black, same black I use on the grills on these, and I was going to use the red Sharpie on the taillights. I think originally on these cars they did not paint the taillights themselves black, and I did, so the red Sharpie wasn't going to show up. So what I did is I took something from my custom work and used the metallic silver Sharpie on the taillights, and then went over them with the Tamiya clear red. So big thanks to Flitz for their polish, and thank you to my Dremel for actually working in low speed and allowing me to really find out how Flitz works, because I had been getting good results with it, but I was going about it the wrong way because my Dremel wouldn't run slow enough. And now for some reason it decided to, and yeah, it's really good. I think we're going to see a lot more, stuff like this, and better finishes and things like that. We got those beautiful deep dish Redline wheels from Bright Vision, and so put in another order for SoMo wheels today too. So yeah, just stocking up on a few things, and got a couple things coming up. I'm building a couple cars to send to people, and they may or may not know they're coming, but watch out for that too. So yeah, I'm really excited. We're coming up on our second year anniversary. My first year anniversary. I started the channel in 2019, but this is 2022, and I made my first full restoration video on February 9th of last year. So I'm thinking that for my 1 year anniversary, I want to do the car that started it all. One of the first cars that I had as a kid. The first car that I went out and looked for when I started buying diecast cars again in 2019. And that's going to be the Maxi Taxi. Yeah, we're going to restore one of those for that. So I'm really excited about that. Next month, Diecast International Builders is the Rat Rods. And then on the February 14th, we had the boats. And then the Love Boat build. March is Mercedes. And May is pickup trucks. No, April. Skipping April. April is Autism Awareness. It's Autism Awareness day or month. So we're doing a build for that. And then May is pickup trucks. So join us for those. And it can be any diecast car, any scale. Made by any manufacturer. It doesn't be Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Dinky, Husky, whatever you have. So let's see more guys building with us. Get a car. Get some paint. Some markers. Whatever you feel like doing. It's fine with us. Hey, I really gotta give a huge thanks to you guys for watching, and man, yesterday was such an awesome day. My 150th upload, went over 550 subscribers and went over 450 followers on Instagram. Let's get to 1,000, guys. Come on, let's do it. Let's get to 1,000. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button, all right? And click the like button. Ring that bell for notifications. And leave a comment down below. As always, this is Don the Diecast Pirate, and I'll see you next time.